Okay, so when you receive your KSG Tapp Airsoft modular adapter, it will come with the upper portion, the lower portion, which will already have this little nozzle assembled onto it and these two screws poking up out of it. This little screw, which will be for the back of the adapter, and an Allen key set. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to remove the lower trigger mechanism on the KSG just by removing these two pins here. And then the rear portion lifts up like this, and then the top portion has a little notch that gets removed, and that's how the top portion or the trigger mechanism comes off your KSG. Then you're going to install the upper portion of the KSG adapter. So this you're going to put in at an angle like so, and lift these two tabs up so that the portion can go in until it runs into this section here. And then you're going to tip it forward, and you're going to have to lift up the tab so that it can run in. This is really tight to the profile. Then you're going to push it in until it locks in place like so. So the two tabs are now holding the adapter in place. Then you're going to reinstall your trigger mechanism. So that's going to be with the little tab on the front here. And then there's a locking portion on this end here that can contact this corner of the KSG adapter. So we're just going to avoid that by slightly flexing the trigger mech. So I'm going to be pushing it. You can see it's running into it here. Just pushing it to the side a little bit so that it runs along the side of the KSG adapter. And then I'm going to be pushing it down so that it sits back in place. Then you can put your pins back in. Okay, now we're going to use the included Allen key, and we're going to be using that on the rear screw. And then we're going to be using the other Allen key on the screws that are inside of the adapter. You can sort of see here that the heads are slightly disclosed because of the lower portion adapter, but you can still put the nut or still put the Allen key and spin the screw in place. So this is going to be a process where you're going to be putting the screws in so that the adapter goes down smoothly. We're just going to line it up so that the screws line up with the screws that are on the front. It's going to sort of sit above it like this because we need to put the screws in back and forth. So once we get this part in, we're going to be putting in the rear screw just a little bit to help hold it in place. Just like so. And then we're going to take this screw and we're going to be putting it into taking turns on the two screws that are here and here. Little by little. So I'm going to screw in this one side a little bit, and then go to the other side a little bit. And I actually have a tool here that I'm going to use just to speed up this process so you don't have to watch me screw it in both sides. So screw that side in a little bit. Just back and forth until it bottoms out. Now you don't want to over tighten, but you'll feel it bottom out. And then we can tighten up the last bit on the rear. And in the video, I don't have the BB stop involved, but there will be a BB stop right here that you'll just have to have pushed down when you install it. Very easy to do. And there you go. Now your Tapp adapter is installed. The reason why this process seems a little bit complicated is because we want the adapter to remain very low profile with the entire KSG.